Barge's Pizza, brought to you by these amazing sponsors. Barge's Pizza, Shelter Insurance, Bill Grant Ford, McCarthy Drilling, Diana Andrews, State Farm Insurance, CNC Farm and Home Supply, Animal Care Clinic, Mid-Missouri Bank, HMI Fireplace, MD Lux, and Grand Missouri Bank. Now let's join Matt and Clay live from Barge's Pizza.
I'm probably talking more as a group.
I'm asking you about what golf tournaments we want to play this.
Oh, man.
Is anything better than a hot, cheesy slice of pizza fresh out of the oven? Barge's Pizza in Bolivar believes great pizza is meant to be shared. Grabbing lunch with coworkers, feeding the whole family, or surprising a neighbor just because. There's one golden rule. Be nice. Share a slice. Bubbling pepperoni to fresh margarita with mozzarella, basil, and fine-ripened tomatoes. Every bite's made with love and meant to be shared. Make someone's day delicious. In Bolivar, south of the square on Main Street. Barge's Pizza.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Barge's Pizza. It's the Coach's Corner. We're here we've been here every Wednesday night. This will be our last Wednesday night as we'll wrap up the season right here just south of the square. And Barge's Pizza, are we open tonight? No, we're not open.
We have equipment failure.
We had some technical difficulties.
We'll be open tomorrow.
They'll be open tomorrow, so don't come down. But that's the way things go when you own a business. Some days are good, some days are bad. This one's a bad one for Barges, but we appreciate them hosting us here. This is Matt Henenberg, along with Coach Robert Clardy, Clay Meyer, and Mr. Sutton Medley. And we'll bring you the Coach's Show for the last time this season. Until next August, it will be off the air. But we're going to first talk about reviewing the Carl Junction game, Coach. Came up a little bit short, but again, your kids played pretty darn good.
Yeah, they did. And I think we talked about that being one of our worst games that we've had this year. And really just wanted to put it all together and kind of continue the momentum we had from Logan Rogersville, just playing as close to a four-quarter game as we had all season and really getting close to putting it together. And again, just the game had its moments. I think we started a little slow, especially offensively. We made them drive the field. They scored on their first drive, and then we just started slow offensively with a 3-and-out. And can't do that against Carl Junction. And then we finally got some stuff going on the second drive, and then a couple negative plays, a 9-yard sack, and then a 5-yard loss, and then a penalty, and just really kept marching our way back after getting down into the red zone. And finally got a short field there after the defense got a interception on the third play after that next drive, and then offense went down and scored just like we expect them to, and they get the ball on the plus side of the 50. And for us, it was just the difference of the two halves. I mean, we had 29 snaps offensively in the first half. We had 29 snaps in the second half, and actually 30 if you count that last play. And that was on two drives. It's just two drives of 29 snaps, and really coming out and establishing our run game, doing what we do best, and offensively, and it's taken 6.5 minutes and then 7.5 minutes on two drives, and really what we wanted to do. But then that turnover there in the third quarter, after driving all the way down, getting on the 1-yard line, had a chance to pull it within one possession game at their place and really kind of deflate the momentum that they maybe had, and really kind of set the tone for the second half, because we started with the ball and would have punched it in with under 6 minutes left in the third quarter. So just some missed opportunities, but like you said, just extremely proud of our guys and how they played and how they never quit. They never gave up, and that's just not who they are. It's not in their DNA. And just really happy with how they continue to fight and continue to play hard, regardless of where we were in the game or what had just happened, and just was really excited to see that growth throughout the season, but then it kind of just carried over into that game.
Well, that third quarter drive, you came out, we were like, hey, 70 yards, you're down there, and I thought, man, like I said, you're going to be a one-possession game then, and that really, to me, was the turning of the game. A little slow starting, like you said, but I thought, well, here we go. And that drive looked similar to the first drive you had against Rogersville. Really similar. So,
yeah, and I think, too, coming out and trying to establish find out what we can do to attack them, what they're going to give us, how their defense may play things differently than what Logrog did the week before. How are they going to try and combat our our counter, our power game, any of that type stuff, with Chat being able to run the ball. Really kind of once we got settled in and figured out, okay, this is what they're doing. These are certain things we can do to really combat that. Our guys just really went out and executed. And same thing defensively. I mean, it wasn't as the big plays that you saw the first time we played. Defense really just did a great job executing the game plan that the defense coaches had. And really, if they were going to drive the field or they were going to score, we were going to make them drive the field. And they were successful on some of those drives. And once we turned the ball over there in that third quarter, I think that was really just kind of a pivotal moment there for us. And but the guys came right back and drove down the field again. I think it was a 17-play drive or something the next series. So it really didn't deflate our offense or our players too much. I can't say our offense because it's all the same guys.
So you're only playing 13 kids.
So, but yeah, and special teams wise, I think we made some mistakes too, just from a field position. I don't think we won the field position battle. The interception there really helped us, and we knew that was going to be a tough part too because they're very well coached in special teams, and I think our guys have played extremely well in special teams this year and executed really well. So we knew that was going to be a big part of it as well, and I think it was just kind of almost a wash there, but the turnovers there really just kind of got us.
Clay?
Well, I'm just like everybody else. I like the way our kids reacted. They've grown through the season. Early on, those first two games were of the whole season. The three games that I liked the most were all losses for us, but they kept a good positive attitude. And like I said, 13 kids playing, 14 kids playing. Toward the end there, they were stepping up. You were having to give kids more break. So these younger kids came in, really showed me something. I was at first, I was thinking, but you could see them improving every game.
Yep.
Going ahead and coming up and sticking their nose in there and putting a hit on somebody instead of kind of maybe setting back a little bit and taking more of the brunt and everything defensively and everything. I just really like the whole attitude. They stayed positive amongst themselves, and they started picking each other up and keeping that focus and everything. Just some tough breaks throughout the season, all season long. Every time we're like, all right, let's go. Shoot ourselves in the foot, whether with a penalty maybe or a crucial turnover at just the wrong time and everything. Those things happen. But once again, we weren't a big senior heavy team. We were junior and sophomore and freshman. And so, I like where we're headed in the future. I think that this was a great learning season, new program and everything, the whole way around. So, hats off. It's you look at the win-loss, 3-7 on the season, but you look at the experience and everything that they've learned. I think that it really benefits us here for the next few years.
Yeah, and I think too, like I told the team after the game, it was hard for me to talk to him just because looking at those seniors, I've only been coaching those guys. I've only been around them really since February whenever I took the job and started hanging around the high school and having some meetings with them in March and just seeing their commitment, but then also seeing their love and passion for the weight room and just hard work. And it's not just those seniors that were up front on the offensive line. It's every single one of those kids. And they all had different roles this season, but they knew their role and they accepted it and they were great at it. Mm-hmm. And it didn't matter if they were Owen McCullough taking every single snap, offensive line, defensive line, helping us everywhere, or the guy that came in and played 2 snaps the last game of the year. Every single one of those roles that they had mattered, and it made us a better football team. So I think that helps pave the way for all those young guys that did come in and get reps because they see, okay, this is the expectation. This is how I'm supposed to act. This is the work ethic I'm supposed to show up with every day regardless, because it's more than just me. It means more than just me. And so I think those seniors, regardless of how many of them were out there on the field or how many of them got snaps throughout the season, I can't thank those guys enough for just who they are and their character. And from a leadership standpoint, I can't say enough about those guys. I told them that after the game. I got a little emotional just talking to them, and it's that connection that you build with those guys in such a short amount of time, just because you see them go out and give everything they got for their team, for their family, every single day in, day out. It was special to see, and I'm glad that our young guys got to see that as the work ethic, the blue-collar work ethic that we want them to match every single day whenever they show up. And that's not just in football, that's in life. It's in every sport that they're going to go and play right now. That's how they attack the classroom. And so they get to see that. And I was really excited for that. And excited for those 8th graders now to come in and kind of see that hopefully what those seniors did, the foundation that they laid from a work ethic and how that's going to pay off and wins and losses down the road. And so, I just can't say enough about those seniors and what they did for us. And all season with adversity, there's no other team or no other guys I'd rather face that adversity with than those guys that we went to practice with every day. So extremely proud of those guys, extremely happy to be their coach. It was truly an honor and blessing to be their coach, and just love seeing the growth as young men this year that our team had through all that adversity that we were talking about.
How many freshmen actually started the last game?
I'm not sure how many actually started. I know Shakir was out there. I know Jake Mayberry. I know there was multiple guys that if they didn't start, they got reps.
One part we had like 7 freshmen.
Yeah, probably. And then we also had guys like Colt Hill and Waylon Cooper that probably would have been playing quite a few snaps for us this year. And Colt did early on. And so there was a lot of wins there from their career and guys that had done nothing but win. And now I told them, and I think I've told you guys this whenever I went over to the high school or the middle school last year, I was like, listen, you guys are going to face adversity like you've never faced. Like you've won games just off of pure talent, and you guys have been the most talented team every time you step on the field. Now you're going to be on the field with different grade levels and different levels of experience. And you guys are going to face adversity, but how you guys do that, how you guys respond to that is going to be how successful we are over a 4-year span. Because they're going to be my first group that's gone from freshman to senior. And I told them, I put it on them early. I was like, I want you guys to be the best group that's ever come through here. And you guys can do that. And then the next group's going to do that too. And it just sets a whole new level of expectations. And but there was quite a few out there in the field that gained that experience.
Why I was asking that is you talked about your senior group, and we've admired those guys, and they are blue-collar guys. And, it's pretty easy when it's not going good to be a senior and give it up. But they did stay in there, and that really builds the foundation for those freshmen. Because they're like, man, these guys, they're not going to. I've got 3 more seasons. They got no more seasons, but they're still doing it, and that is huge to me. That starts the foundation with those freshmen who were getting to play, and they saw what those guys did, and hopefully you build on that. And normally freshmen wouldn't be on the varsity. You wouldn't see that.
Very true.
I think at one time we had 6 or 7 of them starting, and so it what those seniors did, mainly for those freshmen, I think is going to pay big dividends.
And it goes back to the coaches too. When they come off the sideline, good or bad play, they were greeted positive, great play, or here's what you need to do. And that's how you start those foundations. They're out there to do a job. It's not professional, thank goodness, because the professionals don't act very good. But it is businesslike, and it's positive, and it's what are we going to do as a team to get better. It's not you got to do this, you got to, I didn't see any of that. And I really appreciate that. It's not easy to do because it's a very emotional game. They're emotional, you're emotional. I really admired the way you handled the referees this year. You talked to the referees. You talked to the referees. You didn't run circles around them or throw stuff. We've seen a lot of people handle referees a different way. And it seems like they respected you. They'd come over and talk to you, except the one guy, he didn't want to come over.
He tried to.
He knew he was wrong. So he didn't have anything he could say. But I really respect it. And it kind of starts at that, and it filters down through the whole team. And it filters into the junior high, and it filters into the whole. I mean, it just tips right in and goes to it. So yeah.
Well, we're going to send it back to the studio for some advertising. You're watching the Coach's Corner live from Barge's Pizza on mosportzone.com and listening on Your Country 99.
At Animal Care Clinic, they're not just another veterinary clinic. They're your pet's best friend. Their team, led by Doctors Levin and Lindsay Roten, offer top-notch care for all animals, big and small. From intensive care and checkups to pet supplies and grooming, they've got it covered. Keep your furry friend healthy and happy. Schedule an appointment today at animalcarebolivar.com. That's animalcarebolivar.com. Animal Care Clinic. Their name says it all.
Mr. Google wants you to think you can fix your car on the internet. If you can just figure out what's wrong without talking to those greedy dealers, you'll save lots of money. At Bill Grant Ford, our appointment book fills every week with people who started on Google. And you might be surprised to know the labor rate in our shop is not the highest in town. What we can do for you is bring experience and training to a world filled with internet noise. We encourage you to be informed when it comes to maintaining your vehicle. And when your vehicle starts asking for help, see why it's better in Bolivar at Bill Grant Ford.
Hey gang, wherever you are, CNC Farm and Home in Bolivar and Lebanon has you covered. Complete clothing department for both men and women. Their hardware, electrical, and plumbing departments have what you need to get that job done right. For the farm, CNC has fencing supplies from pipe gates, hard wire, and animal health supplies. And for our furry friends, CNC has toys for cat and dog food and, of course, dog houses. You can depend on the Colemans at CNC Farm and Home in Bolivar and Lebanon.
Hey, this is Paul at CNC Farm and Home Supply. If you have the questions, we have the answers.
Let's face it, renter's insurance isn't top of mind until, well, it's top of mind. That's why it can be important as a renter to make sure you have the coverage you need at a price you can afford, because you've worked hard for your stuff, right? Your local State Farm agent is ready to help you choose the right renter's insurance that best fits your needs without the headache. Let's start helping protect your stuff with renter's insurance from State Farm today.
Diana Andrews, 326-2636.
Welcome back to Barge's Pizza, just south of the Bolivar Square here on Main Street. It's the Coach's Corner. We're here. We've been here every Wednesday night. This will be our last show of the season. We'll be back the last week of August. I want to thank all our fine sponsors here for the Coach's Corner. Of course, Barge's, Craig Lamb and Shelter Insurance, Grand Missouri Bank, MD Lux, HMI Fireplaces, again, Andrews State Farm Agency, Mid-Missouri Bank, Animal Care Clinic, CNC Farm and Home Supply, Bill Grant Ford, and McCarthy Drilling. So thank all those folks for bringing this to you. And thank you guys for watching our Facebook numbers running it live.
Crazy.
I was impressed. I'm like, holy cow, I can't believe that many people would watch us. But,
it's just a medium we're not familiar with.
Yeah.
We don't watch a lot, but apparently a lot of people do.
So I was like, Clay, there's 5,000 people watch that show the other night. So,
and we don't have faces for Facebook. We were always pretty good on radio, guys.
Well, we'll talk, just kind of wrap the season up, and then we'll talk about what some of our competitors did, what's going on in the rest of the districts. But anything you want to add about the entire season, Coach?
No, just in looking back, these last few days, I mean, I'm right back into in teaching mode. We're actually maxing right now in the weight room, so the guys are getting after it in there, kind of transitioning from sport to sport and in all levels, except for we got cross country takes off tomorrow for state, the state meet up in Columbia on Friday. So really pulling for those guys and girls. Both teams work really hard, and then soccer kind of wrapped up last night. Went over to Catholic and watched them play, and every single one of those kids was in my weights class. So just really excited to watch those guys compete. But no, just looking back on the season these last few days, just really reflecting on looking at who we've got coming back, who we've got that are going to be seniors. That junior class that was sophomores is kind of thin right now, and really trying to find out, okay, where can I be better? Where can we be better as a staff? Where can we improve as a football team? And everything I was thinking about, it all kept coming back to my senior class and just what those guys did for us this year from a foundation standpoint. And I know they've been doing that for years here. That's just who they've been. This was just my first year really being able to see it. But just truly grateful for them and what they did. And then also for just the amount of support that we had from the community. I mean, we had 40-something Liberator backers this year. I think there was only 21 or 23, something like that last year. So just the amount of support we had for our boys and what we were able to do for them, and just getting them extra things, like getting them extra shirts, just things that they can take pride in, or getting them extra shorts, or feeding them breakfast on days that they don't have school. We have them up to the weight room and feeding them. So just the amount of support we had there. So just truly thankful for the community and their support for our program, regardless of wins and losses. They're there to support them. And then just kind of looking back what we can do based on what we've got returning. We've lost a lot of offensive linemen and defensive linemen. So there's some different areas, and that's something that we're going to have to look at is, okay, how are we going to adjust our offense year to year and adjust our defense to fit our personnel, and to see what we can do, plug guys into certain places. And we'll be young at some positions next year, but luckily some of those guys got experience towards the end of this season. And that's another thing to look at is, okay, whenever we started trying to sub guys out more and more on both sides of the ball, is that something we can do all 11 weeks or 10 weeks to kind of prepare us for a longer run in the playoffs? Is that something we can take time off of them in June and not push them as hard to where their bodies are starting to wear down? So there's a lot of things there. I've got a lot of things running through my head sitting there in my office while guys are lifting weights and trying to see what we can do better, ways we can improve. But like I said, it always just keeps coming back to, man, the foundation that those senior guys have kind of shown our young guys of how they're supposed to act every day. That's going to kind of pave the way for the hard work. And like you were saying, the guys responded well to our coaching. There's a standard of expectations, but there's also tough love where they understand that, that it's coming from a place of, we want them to be better as a person, not just a football player. And
it's a mutual understanding between you guys.
And it starts and it goes as, hey, we want our coaches, and obviously Coach McCall and Conrad are going to be at wrestling every day, but we need to be around to support those guys. And it's not just, we don't just want to see them during football season. We want to be there for them through everything. So just really excited to attack this off season. Guys are already coming up and saying, hey, when can we start off-season training, the ones that aren't in sports? I'm like, guys, you need a couple days just mentally to shut things off, relax. It's good for you to do that. It's good for your body, and it's good mentally, and then we'll get right back at it. But it's good to see that excitement, too, of them wanting to get in the weight room after school and do some extra work. So,
well, those linemen that you had this year, those senior linemen, I mean, truly was very impressive. Mm-hmm. Generally speaking, I would say that man on man out there, they were giving up 40 to 60 pounds almost every game.
And several inches.
And they were playing offense and defense, both sides of the ball. And you never seen them complain. You never seen them throw a fit or anything like that. They helped each other up after every play, and they flew to the ball. Every one of them. I was impressed all year with those that your down linemen, and just how they got downfield the block when they were able to, and the pursuit angles that they were taking to try to stop the big plays. 100%. And I'm gonna call them out: McCullough, Harless, Aiden, Essery, and Bunn. Those guys. I mean, Campbell. I don't know if they came off the field. Special teams. You brought them off on special teams.
Yeah. And I tried to keep them on, but they just, I got to give them a break at some point.
Usually when you have an offense, even if you do have people going both ways, you have somebody that's going to come in. Didn't have a lot of help at that for that size. I mean, we've got the players right there, but they just weren't able to step up quite as much against the guys that are 270, 280 pounds and 6'6" and 6'7". Just impressive on those young men right there.
I'll tell you what, though, when it comes to the weight room, I'll take our guys over anybody.
Yeah.
And that's where I saw the most impact that those guys had was the weight room. Yeah. Because now, we started summer weights, and we had those freshmen that were coming in this summer, and they were lifting over in the corner by themselves, and those linemen, those senior guys started pulling those freshmen over. Like, no, you're lifting with us. And so awesome. They're giving up 4 or 5 inches from height standpoint, but I've seen Owen McCullough squat 570 pounds. I'll take him over anybody. I saw Aiden and Sam squat today, and those guys are hungry regardless of what's going on or how sore their body is. They want to get after it in the weight room, and that right there shows their work ethic and their how they're going to attack every day regardless of how they're feeling, that there's no days off. They know that if they want to play every snap, they've got to prepare their body. They've got to tear their bodies apart so whenever it comes to the season, they can withstand that. So, just truly love watching those guys' work ethic in the weight room as well. And I think that's where it all starts.
Yeah, without a doubt. I called the linemen out, and then you get into them linebackers. I'm gonna talk about Kel McCurry a second.
Yep.
Led the team, 107. He was second on the team last year, was that last year? Year before was with his brother, 2 years ago.
Can't remember.
Kel was.
I think it was 2.
They all run together.
He was second behind his
years.
brother, but now he took over as the leading tackle. He had 107 tackles on the season this year, and I think that the last game. I never seen him lay on the ground or anything, but I tell you what, he played hard and he was hitting. And I seen him several different times. I could see he was just slow getting up, but he didn't even consider coming off that field. And you just got to love that intestinal fortitude and that attitude of, hey, I'm going to stop. I'm going to make a stop here, and I'm going to maybe create a turnover or something like that. Hats off to that young man.
Yeah.
And your other linebackers the same way. They were all there just flying to the ball.
I saw several times him run in the alley, and somebody came up and popped him on a block that he didn't see coming, and it kind of caught him for a second, and then the next play, boom, he's making a play.
Yeah,
and he never stops.
Yeah, young in the defensive secondary, and I played D-back, and I would hate to play in today's world of football out there. You're on an island out there. You're out there by yourself, and everybody's so much faster and everything else. Your young guys, invaluable experience that they gained this year. And I mean to tell you right now, I thought they did a great job of keeping people in front of them. You can come up and make a tackle, but you very seldom can you get back to make that tackle because you're already beat. And those guys did a good job of that and reacting to the ball. Trying to get it knocked down or doing something. Yeah. So I really like defensively how everything is stacking up for us. Yeah, for this next couple of years.
Yeah, those plays, that experience, the game speed, just the difference that they're able to see. That those reps were. Super valuable for us moving forward. And it's just they either made the play or, like we talked about last week, they got better because they made a mistake, they got better, or they made a big play, they still got better. It's just the growth there in that experience was super important for us here finishing this season going into next, even with those freshmen, because they were like, man, this is definitely faster. Yeah, it is faster, but next year whenever they step out there, they're going to be a lot more used to that, even as sophomores. So they're not going to be hesitant at all to make that play. They're going to step up and they're just going to trust themselves that much more. Right. So
you're talking about next year. I don't think how did our junior high and younger kids do?
Yeah, so I wish I would have brought it with me. I actually got our youth coaches to text me their record versus how they did versus each town. Kind of made a list of how we did versus everybody. And I think almost everybody, we had a winning record. And it kind of broke it down by, okay, we were 7-1 or 8-1 versus Marshfield. Our lone loss, I think, was the seventh graders.
Seventh graders.
Yeah. So it's cool to see our conference and how we're stacking up from third grade all the way through. And then our JV as well, going out and having a really good season, and those guys getting reps on Friday, but then they turn around on Monday and they can play in a certain amount of quarters and play maybe a different side of the ball. Will Niven would go out and play receiver in most of the JV games. Then he goes out in varsity and plays some corner and just getting experience on both sides of the ball. So no matter where he's needed, he could step up. But yeah, junior high had another great year and just really excited seeing our third through sixth grade continue to grow through it and get better, and being able to get out there and support them. That's something I was really excited to be able to go out and watch Lawson play this year in the 5th grade team. I've been able to watch him play one game in the last 2 years combined. So being able to watch every single one of his games and get there for those 6th graders too, the kids that I help coach baseball with. So know a bunch of those kids, and it's pretty cool seeing those kids, the offensive linemen, come up and shake their hands and introduce me like I'm a recruiter there, and they're like, I'm going to play O-line for you someday. I'm like, I love it, dude. So now it's time to go walk the middle school hallways and find out who should be playing, and start trying to pull kids out of class and recruit them. So,
well, that's the whole thing's numbers. I mean, that's it. You gotta have numbers. Our numbers have been so low. We got them up a little bit this year. We got some kids that hadn't played in the past, and that's why I was kind of referring to that. Do we have good numbers?
Yeah.
And I can remember the years we've had really good teams. We had like 30 seniors. I mean, and they could all play.
That's what I was talking with Coach Hafner pregame about it, and he was like, "We're trying to average around 24 to 25 per class through it." And we had 17 seniors this year. We had 24 or 25 freshmen. That sophomore class, though, I mean, we've got, I think, 6-8 kids going right now. And but 8th grade coming through right now, I think there's about 18, 19 kids that play. And then 7th grade's got decent numbers. I know 6th grade does, and 5th grade. So really just excited to see those numbers continue to increase. And it's, like you said, the depth is important because now we made adjustments at halftime, came out and played a completely different half. We can make those adjustments in game because now they come off the field and we pull the offense together and we say, hey, this is what they're doing. And we show it to them. Now we can go out there and fix it, as opposed to trying to yell at them while Coach Conrad's yelling at them about something else. And I'm trying to talk to him about offense, and then he gets mad at me for trying to talk to him. No. So, it's trying to coach them up on the fly, and that's difficult. But the more numbers we can have, the better it's going to be for us.
And even have a freshman season instead of just having JV. That's just getting game time deal. Game time playing. Not on the varsity level. Let's ease into it a little bit.
Exactly.
Just more reps. So, it's time to go back to the studio for a commercial. We'll be right back, and we'll look at the district scores and conference games from last year. Watching the Coach's Corner live from Barge's Pizza on MoSportsZone.com, listening on Your Country 99.
Has your local bank stopped feeling local? Hello, this is Matt Henenberg with Grand Missouri Bank. At Grand Missouri Bank, we are proud to be the only locally chartered bank in Bolivar, with the local owners and decisions made right here at 1630 South Killingsworth. You'll always work with our friendly, experienced team. From offering personalized financial services to building lasting relationships, whether you're borrowing or depositing, we're here for you. Come see us at Grand Missouri Bank, Bolivar's true community bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Drilling, the action of making a hole in something by boring with a drill. Sounds simple, right? Well, it's not, especially when it comes to water wells, geothermal drilling, and environmental monitoring. With over 20 years experience, Jeremy McCarthy and his crews at McCarthy Drilling will have your project completed efficiently and effectively using state-of-the-art drill rigs. Don't leave your drilling to just anyone. Contact the experts at McCarthy Drilling in Halfway. McCarthy Drilling done right.
Mid-Missouri Bank has crossed another huge benchmark. They've paid their Midmo customers more than $8 million in Casasa rewards. Join Midmo in the race to $10 million. Get in on your share of the earnings today. Whether it's cash back on debit card swipes or a high interest rate on checking and savings account balances, Midmo Bank pays you for the spending activity you're probably already doing. You deserve more for your money. How does more money sound? Open an account in minutes at openaccounts.midmobank.com. Mid-Missouri Bank. Member FDIC.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, two-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
Ask Craig Lehman about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Welcome back to Barge's Pizza. It's the Coach's Corner. We've been here for about 12 weeks now, and this is our wrap-up season. So we'll just talk about, as I looked at our schedule, Osage went 7-2. They were idle. They got a bye in their first round in Class 3, so they didn't play last week. Harrisonville, they wind up 6-4. They lose 21-14 to Pleasant Hill in the first round. And we've played Pleasant Hill before. That's usually a pretty good program.
The Fighting Roosters. But I believe they had a losing record on the season.
Pleasant Hill did?
Pleasant Hill. I do believe so.
Branson finishes with the loss 42-20 to Neosho. They wind up 7-3, and I was the only one that picked that game here.
That was a good pick on your part.
Oh, yeah.
One of the only good picks on your part.
Parkview, they lose 52-21 to Webb City, which that's pretty respectable for Parkview. Usually you'd see that would be a bit 0. So, and that's a team that kind of came on, had some nice wins. They finished 4-7. Marshfield, they finished 4-6. They took a 29-7 loss to Log Rock, but it was 9-7 at halftime, Coach. And you said we broke them.
A little
right?
surprised me a little bit, but Marshfield, the way Marshfield fights and plays and doesn't quit, that didn't surprise me at all. But and you know if you can get after Rogersville early, you can hopefully get them out of their game, and it looks like they did that for a little bit.
And West Plains, of course, was idle. They've had the bye in the first round. They'll take on the Mack County. Or Monette wind up winning that?
I believe Monette
wound up.
Monette ended up winning that.
And Hillcrest goes 0-10. They had a tough year. What's strange is they had pretty small numbers, and usually they have a couple really good athletes. It just wasn't there for them this year at all.
Yeah, and their JV, they had some of those Central kids move over. That was one of the losses our JV had. They had some guys that should be starting for them on Friday, especially up front in the offensive line that weren't cleared to play for their varsity. And so they're going to be much better. They'll be improved next year as long as those kids continue to go to Hillcrest. But they've got some young talent. They just weren't allowed to play for the varsity level yet.
So you bring that up. I mean, is that something they're going to do? Is just shut down Central's football and let these kids transfer to another school?
They said they have a plan, but I haven't seen the plan yet. I know that they'll need to announce that probably pretty soon if they haven't already. But let those kids start playing in that.
They played the JV schedule. They just didn't play varsity schedule.
Central did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe that's right.
I think they ended up canceling that one.
Did they cancel it?
They canceled varsity first, and then they canceled.
Then they came back and canceled. Okay.
So Carl Junction at 6-4 is still alive in the playoffs. Of course, the win over the Liberators last Friday night. Log Rock, we're going to talk about 29-7. They'll play Carl Junction again for the chance to go to the district championship. You figure you've finished the season scoring 16.6 points a game and giving up 25.5, and you end up 3-7. So we played some teams that were pretty good in there, had winning records and still going on. And really, besides, I didn't get to see the West Plains or Branson game, but the only one I thought we were out of was the first time we played Carl Junction. They just jumped out too quickly, and really some pretty good, decent competition through the year.
Yeah, we'll be right back where we started this year, playing Osage again, opening up with Osage and Harrisonville back-to-back weeks, and then conference schedule, that's still kind of up in the air. And we got the email of the different options and kind of looking at the different ones that will help us out the most, home, away. So we're going to talk more about that when we get together here in a couple weeks and go through all conference voting as head coaches and kind of figure out which one's going to be best for us there. But very similar schedule for us. It's just a lot of the home and away flipped.
Will you take on Parkview again?
Yep, Parkview is included into the conference schedule, even though they're not conference, just kind of help us out, help them out from the scheduling. And kind of keep games centrally located. It's good for us, whether it's home or away, because it's a close game regardless. So a little bit better than the trip down to West Plains or CJ. So it kind of helps us out there from a travel standpoint.
CJ will come to us next year, hopefully, but we will have to go to West Plains.
We've got one more basketball trip down to CJ this year. That'll be my fourth one.
So Parkview's playing an independent.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, I'm not sure who all they're going to be playing in there.
Well, for half the year, we thought they was in our conference.
Well,
because they play everybody in the conference.
They may be next year. Who knows? Who knows?
Maybe that's why they're including
them.
All right. Well, Coach, we appreciate you spending your time down here with us each week, and we'll see you next August. Go recruiting.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to send it back to the studio, and we'll be right back with Coach Darren Archer, the Bolivar High School Lady Liberators basketball coach. You're watching the Coach's Corner live from Barge's Pizza on mosportszone.com, listening on Your Country 99.
Is anything better than a hot, cheesy slice of pizza fresh out of the oven? Barge's Pizza in Bolivar believes great pizza is meant to be shared. Grabbing lunch with coworkers, feeding the whole family, or surprising a neighbor just because. There's one golden rule. Be nice. Share a slice. Bubbling pepperoni to fresh margarita with mozzarella, basil, and fine ripened tomatoes. Every bite's made with love and meant to be shared. Make someone's day delicious. In Bolivar, south of the square on Main Street. Barge's Pizza.
At Animal Care Clinic, they're not just another veterinary clinic. They're your pet's best friend. Their team, led by Doctors Levin and Lindsay Roten, offer top-notch care for all animals, big and small. From intensive care and checkups to pet supplies and grooming, they've got it covered. Keep your furry friend healthy and happy. Schedule an appointment today at animalcarebolivar.com. That's animalcarebolivar.com. Animal Care Clinic. Their name says it all.
Welcome back to Barge's Pizza. It's the Coach's Corner, and we are joined by Darren Archer, the head basketball coach for the Lady Liberators. And I've known Arch a long time, so I'm going to say he's like us. He's got a face for radio, not television. But you're going to be right on the deal there, Arch.
No truer words have been said, Matt.
Well, first of all, how many years coaching and how many years with the Lady Liberators?
Oh, gosh. I'm going to have to take my shoes off for this. I think this is year 37 coaching and 26 with either Bolivar Boys or Bolivar Girls program.
Okay.
So
And
I've done my tour of duty.
That all started at Max Creek, I believe?
My first job was at Wablo.
Wablo. Okay.
And when I took the job, I was playing for Jerry Kirksey at the time.
I remember Jerry.
And Coach Kirksey, I told him, I said, hey, I've been offered the Wablo job. And he said, that was my first job.
Yeah.
And he said, are you going to take the job? And I said, well, I'm thinking about it. Coach Kirksey then said, Arch, Jesus Christ himself can't win a Wablo. You're sure not going to. So. And he wasn't too far off.
Yeah. Things were tough there.
Yes, they were.
That's been a lot of first people's job, wasn't that? Gary Stanfield's first
Jerry
job.
Stanfield and Kirksey and Jeff Cope.
Jeff Cope was
that
there.
was his
Jeff
first
won there. He went to
He sure
did the
did.
games
Went
of
to-
the Final Four. So
Yeah.
all right, well, we're going to talk about Lady Liberator
Perfect.
basketball now, and it's one of the top programs in the state, and has been and is, and you play in a tough conference. You got Marshfield, which they kind of wrote the book on ladies basketball in the state of Missouri for a long time. Anybody Southwest Missouri ladies basketball is just good all the way around.
Awfully good. Our conference in particular, there are 6 teams in our conference. 4 of them were, 7 teams in our conference. 7, 4 of them were state ranked last year.
Yeah.
And so it is, there are no nights off as far as the conference is concerned. And it has prepared us, and it really taught us to step our game up. We went 13-15 last year, which is disappointing on the surface, but we lost 7 games by 2 possessions or less, and it was just trying to find a way to get over that hump and get some of our younger kids some experience. Now that they have that experience and playing some really good competition, I certainly like the outlook for this year.
When do you start? When do you open up?
Our first game is November 21st at Clinton. That's the Friday before Thanksgiving break. And then our JV is actually going to play over in the Fair Play tournament with varsity girls over there. And then we go to the Morrisville tournament, which is really a good tournament. I mean, for a small school tournament, Morrisville's awfully good. Walnut Grove's very good. Hillcrest is in that tournament. So
they won it last year.
They sure did.
Shocked
Yes.
everybody to winning that, and they were young. And
Yes,
they
they
were.
were.
Have another experience.
They sure are.
So,
The JV, they run that tournament Fair Play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before Thanksgiving, I believe.
Correct. And they do a great job over there. And the hospitality room is
It's
second
good.
to none.
Well, we were there 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
And it was pretty good. I'm pretty fond of the Morrisville hospitality
It's
room,
very
too.
good as well.
So,
Yes, sir. That's how we rate our tournaments.
That's how we.
Staff.
Hey, media guys, what do you think we do? We rate them by the hospitality room,
And
too.
you know, with having Coach Wells on staff, he's
Oh,
greeting
yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
So
He's not missed any meals.
no, sir.
Well, tell us a little bit about your team, who you got, and
You bet.
ages.
I had to bring my cheat sheet because I'm getting so old I can't remember my own name sometimes. But we've got a really good group of seniors coming back that have a lot of experience. 3 of those 4 girls have played varsity for the last 3 years, and it all starts with Carly Cribbs. She's a mainstay as far as Lady Liberator basketball is concerned, and she's done such a good job within this program that if she can stay healthy, she'll probably end up being the second leading scorer in program history.
Behind Casey Garrison.
Casey Garrison.
Yeah, that's big. And pretty good company. To keep
Exactly.
right there.
You think about all the other, the other 1,000-point scores that have been through this program, and it's incredible. So we're expecting big things out of her. And then we had Emma Goodman, who is just a go-getter, leader by example. She was on the all-conference defensive team, all-district selection. Cammie Bryan, same thing. She's an all-district, all-conference player. And Heidi Roten, who has probably improved more than any kid I've seen or had in all these years of coaching because she just flat works at it. And she's a joy to be around. Her enthusiasm is infectious with the team, and she's kind of our, how you sometimes have a silent leader. Well, she's not a silent leader. She is she's a go-getter, and awfully glad to have those 4 seniors. We've got a good group of juniors, a lot of sophomores that I think, if they can continue to improve, are going to play a big role on this year's team, as well as the juniors. And then we've got a good group of freshmen coming in that are working hard and trying to get things figured out. And we're 3 days in. As of right now, I think the girls still like me and I still like them, so things are going pretty well.
That's a plus. That's a plus, buddy.
Nobody's quit the first 3 days.
Talk to me in a week, and that may not be the case, but as of right now, we're good.
That's one thing always. Basketball has the longest practice before the games.
Yeah.
I mean, football, you got 2 weeks. You got 3 weeks before you have a game, and then you just have one game and you take a week off, and you practice every day.
We actually have a week and a half spot off after the Morrisville tournament. And I looked at my coaches and I said, well, things are going good. We're going to keep doing the same thing. And if they're going bad, we're going to have to change some stuff up. So we'll have time to do it.
Oh, gosh. And have they decided the districts yet for?
No, that won't be announced until the first Friday that we're able to play. So the night we go up to Clinton, that will be announced that morning. There's still teams, and the reason they hold off so long for that is that at the Class 1 level, there are some schools that won't make. They won't have enough kids to come out for the team. So then you have to resend your numbers, and things float up and down. And so we'll know more here in a couple weeks.
Okay. Anything you guys?
I was going to ask you on your seniors there. Now, did Carly start as a freshman?
She did.
She did. Yes. All right. So she's a 4-year starter.
Correct.
And Emma, did she played as a freshman, but did she take her sophomore year off?
No.
She's played every year.
She played every year?
Started 3.
Okay.
Cammie has started 3.
Okay.
And then Heidi's spot started for us last year.
Right. Last year. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
For some reason, I'm trying to remember, there was, and I guess that girl probably graduated. There was one that started real early. But
Howard girl.
It was the Howard girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're off and it came out.
Well, you talk about a coach who was happy to see her back. That was this guy.
Okay. I just had her confused with him. Okay.
Yep.
So good. That's a lot of experience coming back right there.
It is. And I would say if the coach doesn't screw him up too bad, they ought to be pretty good. So
I was looking at Cammie, she was on the state, Emma too, on the state championship tennis team, and they look like different kids this year. They look like they've matured physically, their bodies. I'm like, that's those 2 girls?
Yeah. And it's really showing. And the great thing is these 4 seniors, I think they kind of realize this is their last hurrah. and they've taken this team by the cusp of the neck and said, "Hey, girls, jump on. We're going to go. We're going to go win some games." And had a really good summer. Some of our younger kids are stepping up and learning to try to fill in roles. And I think the quicker they do that, the quicker we're going to have success. So,
did you have the big shootout this summer?
We did. It was a great turnout, and as always, we appreciate the support that the local community gives us, and great turnout, great teams. It's just it's an awfully good situation for us to be able to raise a little money and play some good basketball and get some good teams in here.
Yeah, it's always exciting to watch too.
Yep.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you being on. We're going to send it back to the studio and wrap up. And good luck to you. And I'm sure we'll see you down the road.
Shortly.
We'll be filling in on the radio broadcast.
Excellent.
So from time to time, not going to do it full time, but you might see one of us. You'll probably see me I may go to the Fair Play tournament. You want to go, Suddy? Check out the hospitality room.
I'll show you the way to the hospitality room. I know.
I'm darn sure going to Morrisville. Oh, thanks a lot, Coach Darren Archer. You're watching the Coach's Corner live from Barge's Pizza on MoSportsZone.com, listening on Your Country 99.
Mr. Google wants you to think you can fix your car on the internet. If you can just figure out what's wrong without talking to those greedy dealers, you'll save lots of money. At Bill Grant Ford, our appointment book fills every week with people who started on Google. And you might be surprised to know the labor rate in our shop is not the highest in town. What we can do for you is bring experience and training to a world filled with internet noise. We encourage you to be informed when it comes to maintaining your vehicle. And when your vehicle starts asking for help, see why it's better in Bolivar at Bill Grant Ford.
Hey gang, wherever you are, CNC Farm and Home in Bolivar and Lebanon has you covered. Complete clothing department for both men and women. Their hardware, electrical, and plumbing departments have what you need to get that job done right. For the farm, CNC has fencing supplies from pipe gates, barbed wire, and animal health supplies. And for our furry friends, CNC has toys for cat and dog food and, of course, dog houses. You can depend on the Colemans at CNC Farm and Home in Bolivar and Lebanon.
Hey, this is Paul at CNC Farm and Home Supply. If you have the questions, we have the answers.
Welcome back to Barge's Pizza, just south of the Bolivar Square. It's the Coach's Corner, and it's time to divvy up the chocolate chips. But, Clay, you got a couple things you want to say first?
Well, there was just I wanted to talk with Mike a little bit about it and remind everybody that the down here at Barge's Pizza, who's been our premier presenting sponsor for the Coach's Corner, we got Christmas season coming right up here.
Yeah,
and
it is.
Got sitting over here at the door, we got the United States Marines Toys for Tots boxes.
Great organization.
And it just a tremendous outfit all the way around right there. And then Tiny Fins is a sponsor, a co-sponsor with Barger's Pizza for the Santa's Toy Drive. So we got two different toy drives going on down here at Barger's Pizza. And times are tough right now, and I would encourage, if you can do it, to support both of these causes right now. Let's help everybody have a great holiday season.
Guys, order pizza, come down, pick it up, drop something in the boxes. We'll get you a free order of garlic knots.
Ooh.
We want the kids to have a really good Christmas this year.
A little bit goes a long way in those boxes.
Without that. So one more thing I want to make mention that the Bolivar Booster Club is having their second annual golf tournament that sports all sports for Bolivar High School.
Well, that's already a wrap, isn't it? That's already a wrap, isn't it?
Well, pretty much.
I mean, first place already.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
We're going to country 99.
We're going to thank Kyle KYOO is sponsoring the golf team, and I think it's going to be anchored by Sutton and Matt
100%.
and Mike, Big Barge himself, and myself. So looking forward to it. That tournament is going to be next Tuesday. It's going to be Labor Day. So
Veterans Day.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yep.
What did I say? Labor Day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Veterans Day on the 11th of November, 10 o'clock. You can register at Silo Ridge, or you can probably reach out and grab hold of any of the Booster Club board members. I don't have a list of all of them right now.
Probably still get a team in and a sponsorship.
You can get a team in. A team, I think, is three.
I know for a fact they are still looking for whole sponsors.
A whole sponsorship, $100 for a whole sponsorship. All proceeds go to the Booster Club to help to support all the athletic teams in our district. And I tell you what, folks, I know that it's one of those deals. I used to host the golf tournament myself for the football team, and that the money is there. It's needed to help get the equipment that helps our athletes be able to compete.
It does.
And
it helps in various tremendous different ways.
The school budgets
everything.
themselves just cannot sustain it with as many athletic teams that we have, and we're talking, middle school and up through the high school. So if you can, $100 will get you a whole sponsorship, and you can make your own hole, your own sign. They will provide you the materials, and you can put your own. If you want them to send it away and have your logo put on it or whatever, but they'll make your own. You can make your own sign if you want.
Put a picture of your son or daughter on it.
That's exactly right.
However you want to do it.
Well, one thing I'll say about the Your Country 99 team, they may not win, but if we weighed in, we might be the biggest.
We would.
That's
And if they would put a picture of us, I don't know if the four of us will fit on one picture.
We may need to have 3 carts instead of 2 for the foursome.
By the way, Mike, you're back up and running now. You'll be ready to go tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Pizza
Ready to
tomorrow.
go tomorrow?
Pizza tomorrow. Everything's on the
Whether we have pizza or not, we should, but if we don't, we will be open. If we don't have pizza, we'll have calzones, sandwiches,
salad,
salads, pasta, all that stuff.
Okay, good.
Your main piece of equipment went down today.
Yes, it did.
So,
Yes, our dough sheeter, and we went and got another one. We're kind of trying to work kinks out with that one. Again,
Right.
if that's not up, then we will absolutely be open, but still. I mean, son,
I can come down.
Clay, if you want to come down and throw up some pizzas,
Throw some
come
dough
on,
up.
buddy. Come on. Put you in the window right here doing it so everybody can see.
I'd have that stuff slung everywhere, buddy.
Well, let's talk about last week's picks. We don't get to pick this week, but last week it was CJ and Bolivar, and we all went with Bolivar, and we had a chance to get in there. This didn't quite get her done, so we all took one there. Logrog and Marshfield, we all went with Logrog, and looking at the halftime score, I thought, oh, we're all going to lose that one. But Logrog came back. Then Branson, Neosho, and I picked Neosho. They beat Branson 42-20.
That's a bit of a beat.
Yeah, a pretty good beat on Branson.
Yeah.
But, Neosho won some games early. I think they beat Republic. I mean, they had some quality wins. So, and Branson, they had lost to Parkview early in the season. So I picked a good there. I got one, but I'm afraid I gave one up later on. We all picked Clay's, not Clay's alma mater, the other school from Jeff City, Capital City, as they defeated Hillcrest 49-0. Hillcrest going 0-10 on the season. And because we had idle teams, MU idle, SBU idle, and West Plains idle, because they got the bye in the first round, we picked a couple of their SEC games, OU and Tennessee. And Sonny and I picked the victors there. Yeah. And I didn't, this whole YouTube deal, I didn't get to watch a single game that I wanted to watch. It was so aggravating.
Well, just stop by the house because I got it.
Oh, my.
Oh, it's frustrating.
It's crazy.
And then the next game we picked Texas and Vandy, and I hear I messed up. I picked Vandy. You all picked Texas, and Texas gave them a pretty good beating. There's some controversy about the 2-point conversion that killed the spread there with Vandy. I don't know, but so Sutton goes 5-1. Clay and Mike were 3-3 last week, and I was 4-2. And for the year, Sutty wins 34-14. Mike, thanks a lot, because
welcome,
I was dragging the rear, and you caught up with me. We're 29
had a
and
couple
19,
bad weeks to finish.
and Clay finishes in second, 32-16. So I guess we get to buy pizza, Mike.
I guess so.
But thanks
I
for
guess
helping
we
me
can
out.
probably do that.
We can probably get that done.
Just not tonight.
just can't buy it tonight. So, but Mike, I sure appreciate you having us down here every week.
yeah.
Hopefully, we do it
Boy,
next
it's been
week.
a great time.
Been a blast.
Been a great time.
We need to finish it off by winning the golf tournament.
I think
next
so.
week. So
That'd be so sweet.
Just as long as we got a nice big eraser on that pencil, we'll be fine.
I've got one. I'll bring it. I'll bring it.
Anything you want to add?
Guys, I appreciate you being here. I've had a great time. Look forward to doing it next year. I've already told the radio station I'd love to have you guys back.
Great.
Outstanding.
But I really look forward to doing it again.
I'd say you could probably watch some of the boys and girls games down here while you're eating pizza.
I believe so.
basketball
Yes.
starts. You have that on.
I'm guessing it's on the same.
Yeah.
I haven't spoken to JR about it, but I'm pretty sure it's on the same thing.
Yep.
So, had a great time, guys. Had a great time.
Yeah, we'll make sure JR gets a schedule down here. I'm not sure what all games
are gonna
they're
call.
going to be doing.
I believe he said they're doing all of the boys' games and then at least one girls game during every week.
Every week. Okay.
I believe that's what he told me.
And probably pick up the tournaments.
Yes, that'd be my guess.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for us here tonight. Thank you guys so much for Sutton Medley, Clay Meyer, and Big Mike at Barges, Matt Henenberg. Thank you. And for watching the Coach's Corner this season and tonight on mosports.com, listening on Your Country 99.